guys. This video is a sad one. It's been really hard for me to actually sit down and record it. I've been sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to figure out whether I can do it or not. I haven't uploaded a video in a little while. The last one that I uploaded was filmed ages ago. And I literally haven't done this for like weeks and weeks, probably like 4 or 5 weeks now. So yeah, sorry if I'm out of practice. I'm pretty sure my camera is on a Dutch tilt. But you know, I'm trying my best. Yeah, so basically the reason I haven't really been online actually in general, not just on YouTube, is because I recently lost my grandfather. And that's hard enough as it is, but it has been a little bit harder on my family because my grandfather was more like my dad to me for my entire life. He was just like the man of the family kind of thing, and he took care of everybody. Obviously, we lost my nan like 6 years ago now, which was really hard because she was like a second mum to me. And now in nearly exactly the same way, I've lost my grandfather, which is weird. Because he started to get dementia as well, and he had an issue which we didn't know, which we're currently looking into, which has made it even worse, which is that the care home that we put him in, we didn't like it because we noticed some strange things. And I think I've mentioned it before in a previous video. We didn't like it and we were going to move him, but then he kind of got settled and they convinced us not to, so we didn't. But we found out that it was a couple of weeks ago now that I don't know if I've already spoken about it. I'm sorry. I'm just like recapping. If I did, then sorry, because I don't know what I've said and what I haven't said. We found out that he had a fall and they didn't tell us. And we found out through the hospital because basically he'd fallen and hit his head and they hadn't bothered to do what they're supposed to do, which is take him to the hospital, especially if no one saw it happen because they don't know how hard he would have hit his head. They didn't take him to the hospital, they just left him. But when we were contacted by the hospital, it was because he'd gone in for an unrelated issue, and they noticed that he wasn't quite right, and the doctor decided to do a scan and found that he had a bleed on the brain from hitting his head. I think he also noticed some bruising on his head. And yeah, he called my mother to let her know what he'd found. I think he was a little bit annoyed because he didn't know the situation. I vaguely remember when he called, he sounded a bit annoyed, like why weren't we in, like, you know, why wasn't he brought in if he had this fall? We had to explain to them that he's in a home and he's not actually under our care, he's under somebody else's care, and we didn't even know he'd had a fall because we haven't seen him. I haven't seen him since Christmas. I don't think my mum has either, really. So he can just stay that way. So yeah, we didn't know, and anyway, they said that it was a pretty hard fall, and obviously he had a bleed on the brain, which meant they didn't think he'd have much longer. So when he came out of the hospital, we inquired around, and we actually managed to get him in where my nan was, which was a much better place. We wish we could have got him in there sooner, but there wasn't any availability there. So yeah, we put him in there. Again, we weren't allowed to visit because of this virus thing going on still, where they take extra precautions and you know, they're not allowed to leave their room and stuff like that. We'd actually planned to see him that week for the first time since like Christmas, and yeah, we got a call to say that he'd actually passed away in his sleep, roughly about 4 o'clock in the morning. But obviously it was because of the bleed on the brain, so we've been having quite a stressful, upsetting time trying to deal with the fact that A, he's gone, and B, that, you know, they weren't doing their job. So now we've got to try and prove that, you know, they did neglect him and stuff like that. So that's pushed the funeral back considerably, which has also been quite stressful, trying to sort all that out. There's been issues with selling the house now as well, because where he was actually sent us a bill for quite a lot of money, which was cheeky in my opinion, considering what they did. So that's the main reason why we're going to take it to court, because we don't feel like we should have to pay that bill, because it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money, because it was costing about $1.50, nearly, a week to have him in there. So yeah, we're taking them to court over it, because obviously they weren't looking after him. He fell, he hit his head, they didn't take him to the hospital. You know, even if nothing could have been done, like, they should have still taken him to the hospital. You know, they just should have, and they didn't bother. So yeah, we're trying to deal with all that right now. So yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks, and I just haven't felt like filming, if I'm honest. I've been a bit of a state, in case you can't tell. So I just haven't really felt right enough to sit down and, you know, do a video. I did upload that video the other week purely because I had it ready to go and it was scheduled to go live anyway. But that kind of happened, I think everything happened the day before I uploaded that. I can't remember when I uploaded it, because like I say, it was scheduled to go live. And I didn't want to take it down and not upload it, even though it did feel a little bit wrong, because it was such a happy, funny video. It was my crappy crafts video. But I had it ready to go, so I just let it happen. But I didn't post last week, because, you know, I haven't been filming for the past, like, however many weeks it's been since all this has been going on, but especially the last couple of weeks when, you know, he's passed away. I just haven't filmed, so that's why there hasn't been any videos. But yeah, so now we're just trying to finish clearing the house, and got his funeral coming up at the end of this month. So yeah, I've not been doing too great. I've not been doing it as bad as I probably would have before, you know, I decided to sort myself out, to be honest. Even though I'm not on my meds, I'm still doing pretty well, considering. I think I'm handling it better than I thought I would. Still hard, obviously. Like I said, I've been a bit of a mess, but I've definitely been better than I think I have been in the past with stuff like this. It also made it slightly easier that now I know that he's, like, with my nan, you know, they're together again, because they were married for like 65 years. It's crazy. Probably more than that now. It's crazy. It's like most of a person's life, you know. It's crazy. So it made it a little bit better knowing that he's going, you know, he's going to be with her now and they're friends. Well, some of them. But yeah, it's still been hard. But yeah, like I said, I've been doing okay. Did a little bit of retail therapy, bought myself some tickets to some festivals and shows that are coming up in September, so that's something for me to look forward to, because my other one got cancelled that was supposed to happen next month. Even though everything's going to be open up, I think because the band's American, it's not worth them coming over just for us, because they were supposed to do some other places in Europe, I think. So they cancelled it and moved it to next year, but then they dropped some dates for like September. And I bought a couple of tickets, not just one ticket. Oh no, I bought a couple. So I'm going to a couple of shows to try and cheer myself up, which has helped as well. Just keep myself a little bit more positive. I'm back at work now as well, which was hard, but I've done it. And I'm doing this, so clearly I'm not doing too badly now. But yeah, I thought I would just update you guys on what's been happening. because obviously I know some people that are on here don't follow me on my social media, and some people that are on my social media don't follow me on here. You know, they might watch the videos, but they're not subscribed, so they don't see all of them when I upload them. They just see odd ones. So I thought I would just make a video as well. Like I say, I did post about it, but there's not a lot of crossover, I don't think, between my socials. I'm not very good at advertising stuff, if I'm honest. I'm trying, I'm learning, I'm doing my best. Yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. That's it for this video. Just a quick update, really. I'll see you guys in the next video, where I will be a lot more positive and a lot more cheerful.